All right. So welcome, everybody. My name's Dr. Cordie Williams, Megaphone Marine, 1776 Forever Free. And we are doing the July 1st Town Hall. This is our first Wednesday night. It's 6:45. I got Mike Netters joining me. I've got Mr. Orrin Headley. And then we have a special guest, Miss Dawn, that's going to be joining the panel. And so a couple of things that I just want to go over real quick is kind of the groundwork of kind of how we're doing business a little bit differently going forward. We're going to have special guests every week. We're going to be kind of rotating people week to week. And if you want to let Orrin in, if he wants to come back in, let's make sure we do that. And let's go ahead and everybody, if you guys want to go ahead and share this, like it, as they say in Dumb and Dumber, double stamp it. Okay. We want to share it to every different person we possibly can to get more people. So if you guys have like groups out there, whether we're going to be sharing it to some of the different reopen groups and all that, but if you have access to different private groups, go ahead and share it right now. That live stream will go to that group. Any questions they have, Haley and Hannah, my two assistants, will definitely see it. And we're sharing like mad right now on different platforms. Okay. So go ahead and keep sharing. I'm just going to take a minute to go over the structure. That's also going to give us a second where we can kind of share to other people's platforms so they don't miss any of the nitty gritty, really good stuff. We're going to do 20 minutes of talking today. So it's about 6:48 right now. And then we're going to go into 20 minutes of questions. We're going to try to finish up tonight in about 40 minutes. We're going to try to have a lot of energy. One of our goals is to really make this exciting and make it something that people look forward to every week. Okay. So it will be every Wednesday night at 6:45. The first thing I wanted to jump into as we're trying to post some of the different lives in different private pages is I wanted to go over some of the numbers or talk about that. We got a lot of like kind of emails, messages in about, okay, where are the numbers at, guys? And fact of the matter is, and Orrin, I'll probably bring Orrin in a second so he can speak to this. But you know, a lot of the numbers are not where we can quantifiably say, hey, here's the exact number that we have right now. And the reason for that is, as you can imagine, Gavin Newsom's buddy, the Secretary of State, they're kind of slow walking some of their dates, not really meeting some of the objective goal dates that they set. We've got our stuff together. They're kind of doing their thing. And then with the coronavirus virus, that's the twin to coronavirus, the evil twin, you know, for whatever reason, we're not able to get them to tabulate those yet. We hope that around the 17th of July, if coronavirus doesn't interfere again, that we'll have some type of like specific numbers. What we can tell you is that the average that we're looking at daily, if we go 160 days through for 2 million signatures, would be right around 12,500 that we would want to hit per day. Within all the counties within the state, if we get 12,500, we're in good shape. Another thing that came to my attention today is that right now we haven't actively hired any like paid petitioners, but the really cool thing is all over the state of California, there's a guy, I believe, and Mike Netters could correct me if I'm wrong, there's a guy named Brent Johnson that is a paid petitioner. And he goes around with a crew of, I don't know, hundreds of different petitioners around the state. And basically what they do is they make money off of other petitions. Well, they have lovingly said, hey, it's in our vested interest if we take this whole recall Gavin thing, because there are a lot of Californians or Americans that are very interested that are very interested in going out and getting those signatures. So if they get signatures from other petitions, right, you know, having that recall Gavin petition there is like a very, that's going to make them more money basically. And I apologize if I got a little redundant there. We had a little reverb from another feed or something going on there, little tech issue there. At any rate, looking over things, here we go. Okay, awesome. We got that covered. One thing that we're going to start doing this week that I'm going to ask Mike and Orrin about is we want to have like a star of the week every week. Every week we'll have a star that we highlight from somewhere in California who's kind of that like standout person that got the most signatures, really kicked butt and took names. And Mike and Oren, do we have anybody this week, or do we need one more week to really be able to quantify, hey, who is that special person? Do you have any standout Marine, petition Marine out there? Not to only say that the Marines are obviously not the only service out there, so I don't want anybody to get mad at me. But is there any standout that we know about?
I'd like to say yes, and I'd like to bring Dawn in at this point. And Dawn has been very instrumental to help us organize down in the Los Angeles region, and she is one of our regional managers, and she can speak to some of the training issues regarding circulating the petition and some of the things that we've encountered that have been problems, hurdles that we're overcoming in the last couple of days.
Awesome. Praise God. Love that. Come on in, Don. We are going to bring you in here if we don't have any tech issues. You're unmuted, so hopefully it'll show the video in just a second. And you may need to press something on your side. Oh, there she is. Hi. How's it going, Miss Dawn? Good to see you. Everybody's live at the party here. So go ahead and share with our viewers kind of what's happening in your neck of the woods.
Well, if you don't mind for a second, I'm going to scan over here if you guys can see what's going on. This is the Los Angeles County War Room, if you will.
Oren's over here salivating.
All those files. I was really hoping to have a count for you, but we've been so busy sorting, we haven't even barely started counting yet. So I don't know, Carla, what do you think? What do you think we got here? We have thousands, I know that, but I don't.
Okay, I'll take thousands.
But we've got 6 different Facebook groups in Los Angeles County, and we're all aiming for 3,000 signatures a week. And we are always recruiting. So every petition event that we go to, we are recruiting, and we also are doing petitions to go. I don't know if you guys know anything about petitions to go, but every time.
Why don't you fill us in, girl? Look at you guys.
You got it. So we have this dandy little packet we put together right here, and somebody else in our Facebook group or the recall group is doing petitions, I think 25 pages at a time. What we're doing is we're doing 2 pages along with an instruction sheet and a return envelope, so it stays in county, so we can keep those postage and shipping charges down to the coalition. But we're teaching people how to be a circulator on the spot. So we want exponential growth, and the only way we're going to do that is that everybody that signs a petition goes out and gets more people to sign the petition.
Wow.
So we've had a lot of luck with that, and people are dropping them off and they're mailing them in, and I feel like we're just getting started. There's a whole lot of people very motivated.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I absolutely love that. Anything else you want to add to that? A couple of things I was going to say is, I think it'd be great if maybe you made a little training video on that we could send out to everybody on Dawn the Extraordinaire and the fast organic. I don't want to say the McDonald's Egg McMuffin that's to go, but the fast, get them out of office as quickly as possible to go method. That'd be pretty cool if we could do a training on that. I think that's awesome.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is what I'm telling everybody, that this is a pass-fail test right now. So close only counts in hand grenades and what else? Horseshoes, right? This is a pass-fail test. And so every number is super important, and being able to exponentially grow, whether it's circulating in your neighborhood, whether it's circulating where you work, whether it's circulating at your favorite grocery store. You don't have to have a big old booth. You don't have to have a big old canopy. Those events are awesome. But just think about how many signatures are passing us every single day just by not simply being out where the people are commonplace. I mean, you could circulate out of your car with a really nice sign like we have right here.
Yeah, it's next to that good-looking man too that used to be president.
Isn't that right?
In the background there, yeah.
Great.
I love it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Absolutely. We'll get to questions are coming in. We'll get to some questions in just a few minutes, guys. I promise. We've got about 5 more minutes. Anything else that you want to add, Dawn?
Not at this time. You let me know if a question comes up. Oh, sorry. One of my awesome volunteers just reminded me we also do this at the petition tables, and people are happy to drop.
I love that. Look at that. Orange salivating again. I love this. This is awesome. And all the Californians are too, because that means we're going to get Gavin out of there quicker, reach that 4 million mark.
Very motivated.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Hannah, Dawn, my assistant, get a hold of you, and we're going to send you a free T-shirt just for all your efforts and all your hard work. Really,
Very
really
cool.
appreciate everything you've done. So the rock star of the week, and every week, Oren and Mike and Tom and Steve Franks are going to be highlighting who's been that person like Dawn that's just crushing it. And I don't know, maybe doing petitions from their house late at night and having a to-go window. I don't know. I mean, however you do them, I love it. That's awesome. Very creative there. So,
Can
yes,
I give
ma'am.
a shout out to my team, if you wouldn't
Yeah,
mind?
do it, girl. Go ahead. You
it's
got the
all-
floor.
It's all about the team. So, none of this, many hands make light work. And so I've got 6 really great teams in Los Angeles County, from Antelope Valley, Santa Clarita Valley, San Gabriel Valley, Long Beach, South Bay, San Gabriel Valley, I think I already said that, San Fernando Valley, and then all of LA. And we need a lot more. So thanks for the opportunity to show my appreciation for them, because they are working really, really hard out there.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Praise God. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. I love that. Well, moving on, we are going to try to start doing some type of reward every week for that outstanding person, but also we want to kind of make this a contest. So if you guys, we have a couple of ideas amongst, I guess board members, if you will, or kind of people involved in the movement. We have some ideas that we've kind of been talking about of like, hey, here's what we could do as far as motivating everybody to just have fun with this, because might as well have fun with it. If you got to do the work, you might as well have fun with it. So maybe write in your comments below on Facebook, write in the comments below ideas you have of contests that we could do. And then we'll discuss it amongst all of us, and we'll pick the best contest if it makes sense. Some ideas that we were throwing around is signatures, but we just kind of wonder how much can we tabulate that week to week. So any ideas you have about contests, write them in the comment threads below with some of your questions, and my crew will look at them, and then we'll talk about them on the call this week. Let's see here. We're also going to be starting next week a guest speaker of the week to kind of talk about like a did you know, like some did you know facts around the recall, some stuff, reasons. Like, what are some more reasons that we need for recall? What are some other things that are kind of going around in California? Fun little tidbit facts that you might not know. And we'll have a quick 2 or 3 minutes with a guest speaker to kind of change things up starting next week. And what I want to do just real quick is open the floor to Mike Nevers and Oren for a second to talk about, and Don especially too, if you want to fill in for a couple of minutes total so we can go to questions. What I want to talk about is any issues that we've had with the recall. I know when I was talking to Dan today, one of the big issues that Dan was talking about is just people kind of printing off the instructions when they print off the petition and making sure that they're keeping the margins as the original margins. So one of the things that Dan was sharing with me is, if you save it to Google Drive or you save it to one of these other platforms or a different device, when you print it off, sometimes it will change the original petition. And if that 1-inch margin isn't there all the way around, he was telling me that would actually invalidate the sheet of petition. So if anybody wants to add to that or talk about just for a second, we probably only got a couple of minutes just so we hit our 40-minute mark. Do you want to say something, Mike? And then if you want to follow up afterwards, Don.
Yeah, I do. First off, thanks for calling yourself the Mega Mouth. What do you call your megaphone marine? I would just call myself.
Yeah, well, my wife would call me the Mega Mouth.
I just get called the loudmouth. So
Mouth
that's
marine.
what I've gone by
For
my
sure,
entire
but
life. So I appreciate
megaphone.
that. Listen, here's the thing. However you print off the petitions, whatever you do, network. I want to stress my theme for the week is network. Just like we did down in San Diego this weekend, where we collected 871 signatures. Just for your information, Don, we're all one big thing here. Networking is the most important. If you're not sure of something, ask somebody, all right? If you can't read directions, ask somebody. But most importantly, to everybody on this call, you've got to get to people that don't know about the recall. Look, I appreciate everybody. Everybody here has got to sign. Everybody in the Facebook groups has to sign. But to get to the goal we need of 12,000 a day or 2 million signatures, we've got to spread the word. We need thousands of people on these Facebook calls. We need everybody on our groups to sign. Riverside, part of Southern California, I might add, Oren, lay down a soft challenge, has put out a challenge for every single one of their 5,000 members to contact 5 people this week, and for those 5 people to contact 5 people. We need to get people to sign. We could talk about the margins, we could talk about the technical stuff, but at the end of the day, it's about networking. If you're not sure, our phone numbers, Don, am I pretty available? Is Oren pretty available? We're around almost all the time. The recall is what we do full time, all the time. You got to tell people about it. I can't stress that enough.
But love it. Next week, guys, we will have a PowerPoint that's going to kind of show you on screen on the Zoom some things to watch out for with filling out the petition. So we will have that next week. We didn't have a chance to get that to you this week. I love the picture. Praise God.
I wanted to
That's
show
awesome.
this for Don. There's other Republican presidents too.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome. But we also have a video. So on the YouTube, Dan was telling me today, Oren, that there's another video besides Chris's video that kind of shows people how to fill out the petition. And where would you go to find that when you click on Recall Gavin 2020? Who wants to answer that, Mike or
it's up on videos, and I noticed a lot of the questions that are up here today about where to find the Facebook groups.
Yep.
Everybody, in addition to telling 5 people, take 5 minutes, take 10 minutes,
Yep.
like you do on any website, and go through our website. If you can't find something, give us a comment. We spend a lot of time trying to lay this out. We're not selling a multitude of products. We're not Walmart. We're not Amazon. We do one thing, and that's recall the governor of California. Every tab thing should be easy to find. The training videos, how to print out a petition. It's all right there.
Okay,
Recall
so then you
Gavin
click on that.
2020.
Great. So if you go on Recall Gavin 2020, there's literally a video link to access that video.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Awesome. And then if for some reason you couldn't find it, you can email in. You can post under the comment threads, because even after these videos come out, we're going to have these videos on that same YouTube video file. Because Recall Gavin 2020, they're going to have all these town halls. We're reposting them. Okay, we're going to do it a lot quicker. It took us a couple of days on this first one. I got it to Dan today, but we're going to get it even quicker. This one should be to Dan tonight, Oren, and for our viewers as well.
All right, very good.
Let's see here. If nobody has any other technical comments real quickly, Oren, Don, or Mike, around the petitions themselves, we're going to go ahead and go to questions. And we have a
I do, and I'd like to weigh in. Okay,
yeah,
if I could, please. I've had some technical errors on my side, and I've had to bounce in, bounce out. But I do have a message for the crowd. There is some overriding issues with the numbers, with the website, and the petition itself. So brand new this year, the Secretary of State has imposed on us the necessity to circulate or to display a top funders form. Okay, so we have a top funders list on our website. It's under the About tab. It's required for anybody who's circulating the petition. You sign the declaration under penalty of perjury that once you've circulated the petition, you've also displayed the list of top funders. Currently, our team is all volunteer, and we have no sponsors who've met the threshold to be included on that list. So it's mostly blank. That's okay. You know, they're coming, and but it is still required to display that if you're circulating the petition, and we want people to make sure that they display that properly. And all you have to do is have it taped to your table or your clipboard so people can see it before they've signed it. We don't have to give a lot of attention to it, but it has to be out there and available.
Cool. Awesome. You rock.
The other thing I want to say, Cordie,
yeah,
is
go
that,
ahead. Sorry, I thought it paused for a second. Sorry about that.
Yep. Mike is absolutely correct. You know, we are doing one thing here, folks. We're offering the ability for California to recall Governor Gavin Newsom for good cause. There's a list of reasons on the website why we feel it necessary to do this. And there's also a link where people can add their reasons to do it. The fact is that everybody in the state has been affected negatively by this governor and the decisions that he's made. And, you know, the list is long and growing by the day. It's long and it's growing by the day. I'm going to have to put on my glasses to read what you're putting up there.
247.
I don't think it's for you,
got it.
Warren.
It's probably
Is that
not.
for
We know
us?
Don's email.
Oh, okay.
Very good, Don. Thank you so much.
We can let you speak too, Don.
So
I'll sell this.
our team is responsive. We're accessible and available to the public. This is something we're doing things new. People want to understand, what's different about this petition than the last one. Why is this one going to be successful when the last two failed? Well, people need to understand that it took 3 times, 3 separate attempts to recall Governor Gray Davis, and we're on the 3rd attempt. And the recall for Governor Davis was a singular issue. He raised the vehicle registration tax or the fee, and that was about all it took to upset the people in California to make it to where they wanted to recall him, and they did that. There are a list of probably 35 grievances that the people in California have regarding what Governor Newsom has done since he's taken office, and he's disenfranchised the majority of the voters in our state on many different levels. So again, our website, recallgavin2020.com, is very informative. Tom Del Beccaro and Steve Frank are working in conjunction with our PAC, with this recall, with the California Revival.com PAC, and they're helping raise funds to pay for paid circulators. And you can donate to the California Revival.com PAC. You can donate to the recallgavin2020.com PAC. And we are, every battle worth fighting is a battle that needs funding. And we are in a battle between good and evil in our state right now. And right now, folks, evil has the upper hand. And the only way we can change that is through signing the petition, taking charge of our government once again, bring the power of the people to bear on this government. And the way that we can bring the power of the people to bear down on this government and this governor is through signing the petition, slay the dragon, get rid of Gavin Newsom from office, and then help donate to this recall. You can, for $5, for $1, you can sponsor a paid circulator to go out there and help us gather signatures. This is a big issue. People realize that it's going to take a professional effort to fund this, and for paid circulators. It can't be done solely based on volunteer efforts. As gallant as they are and as structured as we are, we still need your help to fund paid circulators, so you can sponsor a signer, a circulator, by donating to recallgavin2020.com or californiarevival.com.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go to questions, guys, just for time's sake, because we're about 25 minutes in right now. So just trying to run a tight ship for everybody and make everybody happy. So we're going to go to Hannah's Corner, as we affectionately call it. The questions from Hannah, and really you can call it Haley and Hannah's Corner, the 2 H's. But Hannah doesn't want to be seen, so she's sitting in the corner like Frodo Baggins over here.
Hannah's going to have to get over her shyness. I did.
I know. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. But she looks amazing. So I don't know. Sometime you guys saw her head in the background, like a little creature accidentally last week. But what is the first question that we have, Haley and Hannah? After our tabulations.
A lot of questions about an online petition.
Okay. Meaning, do they need to print it off or what? Oh, okay. I can totally answer this. There were a bunch of questions about, can you sign the petition online? And I will emphatically say, no, you cannot. It has to be printed off and it has to be signed. So that's a really, really easy one. What else we got, ladies?
On paper in ink.
On paper in ink. Love that. Size of paper, 8.5 by 11 or 8.5 by 14. So, gentlemen, I'm sure I could answer this one too, but I will go to the authorities. Mike?
It can go on
ahead.
either one, but one of the things that's different this time, which is some of the questions and I'm going to cover that with one finger at the end. I'll explain that. Is there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend. I'm going to go off for 1 second. We're having events stopped in Orange County and Los Angeles because some particular governor named Gavin decided to put everybody in lockdown again. Again, you can print out 8.5 by 11 is one of the things that's different this time, because there's none of you on this call. There's none of you out there that doesn't know anybody that doesn't have a home printer that has 8.5 by 11 paper where they can print out the petition and the mailing address is right on it. Print, sign, mail. Gavin can't stop us from doing that. Back to you, Cordie.
Awesome. Awesome. So if that question, he seems like he was very thorough with that, but if you need any more elaboration on that, just comment below. There seems to be some confusion on who is authorized to turn petitions over to. Could you clarify? So thank you, Sharon Brower. So it seems to be some confusion on who is authorized to turn petitions over to. Could you clarify? I guess what that means is, like, who can you mail in a petition? Do you send it to the county? Do you send it to Recall Gavin? We talked about this a little bit last week, but new people, so it is what it is. No problem answering that again. You want to take that one, Oren?
Don can take that one. No.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
think Don
Don.
should take that one.
Okay, awesome.
Sure.
Thanks, Don.
So in Los Angeles County, what we're doing is we're funneling all LA County petitions, specifically to one authorized personnel at this time. And that is Carla Endow. She's actually here with us right now, sorting through petitions and counting. And the reason we're doing that is because LA County registrar is only seeing people by appointment. So for us to be able to have a handle on the signatures that we're actually turning in, and to keep nice friends with the LA County registrar and not overwhelm them with a ton of different people asking for an appointment time, we've selected to funnel everything straight to Carla. And so I've published a mailing address so that petitions can be shipped to me, or Carla can make her address available to the people who want it to be shipped to her. But we are coordinating that, and it's going to be one turn in for all of LA County for our numbers for the coalition. So we have a handle on that, as well as to take it easy on the registrar and keep a good relationship with them.
Awesome. And
And to
Sharon,
add to
if
that
you
real
have any-
quickly, each
Yeah, I was just
county
gonna-
has a,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
Well,
Sorry.
I was just going to say, if Sharon, if you need any more elaboration on that, you can contact Don, or just contact below, or
Each county has
just
a
comment
person
below
like
if you
that.
didn't get your question answered. Go ahead, Mike.
Each county has a person like Don. That's done so we can make sure to get the proper receipts from the county register. And if you have any doubt that we have a central mailing we distribute them to, sorry, not that there's only one Don, but various Dons across the 58 counties, right? So you can mail in. If you have any question, we have a mailing address right there. Team every day sorts the mail which comes in and make sure it gets out by the proper dates. So don't worry about getting in yourself. Mail it, or if you know the Don in your area, get it to that person.
Okay, we got about 7 more minutes. Is this one we're going to?
It's like a
Okay.
I
game
just
show.
want to say that Robin McCree had a point that and made the same point basically that Mike Netter had mentioned, that this is throughout the state. We have a network of volunteers. You can go on our website, and under the county info button, under the county info tab, you can click on that, and it will give you a list of people in your county that you can go to, and you can call them their. That's not me.
That is a very jazzy tone.
You can go to the website recallgavin2020.com, click on county info, and under that tab you're going to have valuable information for you there, based with the information for the people who are assigned to take the petitions from you in that area. Also, you're going to have a list of events in your county and signing locations under that same tab.
Cool. So a couple of people asked about, our circulators paid by the hour or by signature? They're paid by signature. We also have a couple of people asking about how the counts are looking so far. So what I would say, Oren, if you want to, I spoke to that a little bit as far as that we have, you know, hundreds of people like Brent Johnson. I keep wanting to screw up his name, like Brent Johnson, who are out there getting signatures for other petitions. And then they're just being nice guys. Obviously it's in their vested interest too, to have the Recall Gavin 2020 petition out there, and they're getting it signed. But as far as how counts are looking so far, did you want to comment on that at all?
I do. So folks, that's the question of the day. Everybody wants to know, where are we? What is the count? How many do we have? How many do we need? And where are we going with this? It's like counting raindrops at the beginning of a storm. Okay. The rain gauge isn't filling up quick enough. I can tell you right now, we're short. And, you know, part of that is just because, you know, we're just getting our feet under us, just like Don had said earlier. It feels like we're just getting started, even though we've spent months and months and months in preparation for this moment. You know, you've got to understand that there is a curve that we're working up against. The registrars are closed down. The COVID shutdown has dampened things, and the riots and civil unrest throughout the state and other areas has also caused a slight, you know, hitch in the giddy up. So right now we're shy of where we should be. How can we get around that, folks? It's very easy. The petition is available online. You can go, just like Mike said, anybody with a printer can go online. They can download the PDF. They can print it up at home, sign as the petitioner, and then you can also fill out the declaration witnessing your own signature and mail the form in. But that's the key point, is that we need people that when it comes down to it, it doesn't matter what you post on Facebook. It doesn't matter what you tweet on Twitter. It doesn't matter if you repost and retweet and, you know, get the word out all you can. If we're just swimming upstream with our mouths open, so to speak, we need people to go out and actually physically download the form, physically sign the form, and then mail it into our mailroom. Without that, nothing else matters. Mike?
Yeah, and what I was going to say too is, you know, another way of really leveling up on this is, you know, if you can't donate your time, donate your money. If we had 100,000 people that just donated $3, or the 150 people that are on this Zoom, and I don't know how many thousands are on the actual Facebook, but if we got even $10, let's say there's 6,000, we're up to, I think, 8,000 views on last week's town hall we did. So 8,000 views times $3 is 24,000, right? So, you know, just kind of think about that. If you can't donate your time, donate to recallgavin2020.com, donate to CA Revival. Your money is extremely valuable. And that's how we're going to move the needle on this, because everybody's doing a great job. People like Don and Oren and Mike and everybody involved in this thing. But the more paid people we have too, the more vested interest there's going to be as well to get those signatures. Go ahead, Mike. You have something you wanted to add real quick?
Oh, you know I do, but I'm going to hold my butt for 1 second.
All right. You're so sweet, man. He's like, questions, baby. I love it. So we can probably take maybe 2 more questions, and then
I want to add something at the end, right?
Okay, absolutely. I'll give you the floor at the end.
At least the tile.
Okay. Is there a call center reaching out to businesses that are shut down to gain more signatures?
Don, can you help with that answer? Because I think Carla is in the room with you, and Carla is leading one of the movements to establish a call center. Maybe she can come on, you know, impromptu. Sorry to put you on the spot, Carla, but
Come on, Carla.
Come on, Carla, get in the picture, girl.
Hello. There she is.
hi, Carla.
Hey, Miss Carla.
There's the rock star here. Take a seat, Carla.
I wasn't prepared to be on camera, but here we are.
You look amazing.
My battery's almost gone.
You have a great face for camera.
Oh, great. Thank you.
TV, absolutely.
So Mike, I see that you sent me a list before I left. So I am recruiting some volunteers that had signed up to be callers. And right now we have them on a project that we're just checking the businesses that were on the website as walk-ins, permanent locations. So I got them started doing that because I know Oren wanted us to check and make sure they were all valid locations. But what we plan to do once we have the lists is we're targeting the voter records to I think it's been by zip code, and we are just targeting the Republicans right now, and we're calling those numbers and we're encouraging them to download the petition and sign it and circulate it and do what everyone else was saying, you know, pay it forward, that kind of thing. So we're hoping to reach a lot of people doing that. So that's exciting.
Cool. Very cool.
Now, if anybody would like to volunteer to be on the call center, they can simply send an email to info@recallgavin2020.com, and we will have a conversation with you, and then I'll put you in touch with Carla and her team so we can get you on board, because you can call from home. One thing that I'd like to start doing as well is calling the voter registration data roll, or the voter registration roll, is there's been 8 counties that have been shut down in California yet again by Governor Newsom due to the COVID concerns. And, you know, the bars, the employees at the bars, the owners of those establishments have been negatively impacted. There's some of them that will never come back again. And although the employees are sitting at home, fat, dumb, and happy with their unemployment check, they're going to have a rude awakening in the end when they go back to try to go back to work, and their establishment's been shut down because they can't afford to make their wages. They can't afford to pay their bills, and their business is going to be foreclosed on. So this is going to have an extremely negative impact on people. And I think that calling out to the local bars in your area, this isn't something that you have to be a volunteer to do, folks. Everybody can become a recruiter. Everybody within reach of this call can help. Reach out to your local establishments that you know, your hair salons, your local eateries and bars and gun stores who've been negatively impacted by the decisions this governor's made, and get them on board. Put them in touch with us. Have them enter their information onto the website. Anybody can enter their information onto the events tab or in the county information tab on our website. And if you know somebody that owns a business, or if you frequent a business, talk to those folks, get them on board, have them register their information with our website, so people in your local area will be made aware of the people that are helping with this effort.
Awesome, Oren. Thank you so much. So we're going to finish up with 2 questions. We're almost at 45 minutes. So I'm going to try to end it in the next couple of minutes if we can. Real quickly, Oren, if you could comment on this for, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, or Mike. Several people are asking about the list of funders. There's a lady named Eva Welsh asking about it, and then an anonymous attendee. If we want to print the list of funders to have out there as we're getting signatures, well, not if we want to, that we need to have out there. Do you want to say something about where that's located?
It's under the About tab on our website. You just click on the About tab, and then there's a drop down where somebody, you can see the official top funders list is right there. It's a PDF.
Okay.
It's updated every month.
1 second,
like I said earlier, there are no sponsors that have met the threshold to be included on that list. So it looks like the list is blank, but it's still a requirement to display it at the table.
Okay. So real quickly, I promised Mike, Dawn looks like blood's about to run out of her mouth. I'm going to let Dawn real quick, if you don't mind.
Exactly.
She's cuter than you too. Sorry, Mike. Go ahead, Dawn.
Not much of a compliment, though.
The July top funders sheet is located underneath the petition download. So if you go to the petition download on the website, right underneath that, it says, click here for the top funder sheet, and it has been updated for July. That's where you find that. And then the next thing you download is the instruction sheet of how to fill out the petition. So everything's all in one place, one screen.
Mike, 30 seconds before I answer, or a minute before I answer the last question. Go ahead, buddy.
Got it. I want everybody to hold on. I want everybody to focus. I'm going to compress a lot of information here in the 30 seconds that I have. Understand a couple things. Contacting businesses. It's really easy. I said this last week. If a business is open, go in. There's 250,000 people that have come to the website in the last 30 days. They become a permanent signing location. We put them up on our website for free. Go solicit the business. Walk in with a handful of petitions. Pick them up a week later. Okay, I'm down with that plan. Most importantly, for all of you out there, grab one of these, because and I don't know how many signatures we have right now. We've got a lot, but many of you out there, I can tell you, haven't used this. We're in a revolution, and I want to let you know there's 3 important weapons that you have. Used to be in a Marine, they equipped you with an M16, correct? Well, we're equipping you with 3 weapons. The first one is your finger. Push the damn print button, print it out. The second one is a pen, because if you don't sign it and send it in, this whole damn thing doesn't count. And the last one is a phone. There's nobody out there that doesn't have a cell phone. And if you have a cell phone, call 5 of your friends, 5 of your businesses. You want people to call phone numbers? Carla knows I sent her a few. I've got 2 million literally phone numbers that you can call. If everybody volunteered to contact 10 people and simply tell them about the recall, somebody said earlier, there's at least 10 million people that like Gavin Newsom. You're wrong. There's at least twice that number. But we have to get the word out. Use your finger, sign the petition, mail the petition in, and for God's sakes, call 5 people this week. Back to you, Cordie.
Wow.
But
well,
wait,
I'm gonna
there's
tell you
more.
have 15 seconds next time, because that was hysterical and informational at the same point. And you are funny, dude. I think, oh my God, man, that was like, I was dying. There were like tears coming down my eyes. You probably couldn't see them though. Last question, real quickly. A couple of people asked me about the next rally and how the rally went. Rally went great. The early morning of the rally, to do my 2 seconds or 30-second deal, there was a shooting. A couple of stations commented on it. Bad juju.
There was not a shooting at the rally, folks. Hold on.
Not a shooting
Let's
at the
clear
rally.
that up, okay?
No, I looked like this before the rally.
Right? Yeah, no. 5 minutes away from the rally, there was a shooting, and a network commented on it, and a radio station commented on it. Definitely killed the turnout. The turnout was still really good, but we want to grow from here. It's one of those things. Other people asked, where are you doing them at? We're looking at Fresno and Huntington. I'm going to talk to the powers that be about that and see what they think about that and the timeline for that.
And possibly Bakersfield.
Yes, Bakersfield as well. Absolutely. And one other person suggested Modesto as well. So I'm taking all that into consideration. But you guys are amazing. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Oren. Thank you, Dawn. Dawn, the star of the week. You can, LA, I don't know what your sticky means, but it's really cool. What does it mean?
We have 5,124 signatures that we're turning in tomorrow.
Oh, cool. That's awesome. I love that. Okay, cool. Awesome. And that's one county, guys. Look at mic drop, mic drop. I love it. At any rate, God bless you guys. We'll see you next Wednesday at 6:45. Remember, print the petition, sign it, get it out there. Recall Gavin 2020 for donations. 1776 forever free for extra information. And this amazing yellow sign right there. If you want one of those, contact Mike. We love you guys. Semper Fi. Have a great night. See you next week.